Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Under the Surface. And today we mourn the loss of the free to play bazaar.
Yeah.
It's we got the cool Stell video, which is really really good, and it was really fun to watch and see the new like flying mechanic.
Yeah.
And then immediately after they were like, oh, here's another little premiere video for you, and they
Mm.
show it. And a little sneaky word called monetization is in the title, which is kind of a little bit scary to see, but they had one hiccup and then they kind of fixed it. So who knows what it could be.
Yeah, but
Well, it
then
turns
Reynard
out,
shows up,
yeah,
and that's never a good sign.
yeah, and then it turns out the game is a totally different game now in a lot of ways.
I mean, it is and it isn't. Like the base gameplay loop, like the the moment you hit play, like it's still the same game, but everything around it has changed. Like everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess we should. I mean, I did a small little video on on my like initial thoughts and then like this run through of the patch notes, and it's as of right now sitting at 2.4k views, which is like insane for my channel. So yeah, a lot of people are passionate about all of this, but I guess the first thing is the game is going premium, so it will have a base price instead of being a free to play, and it's going to Steam. So I think those 2 points should be addressed first. So how do you feel about getting Vanessa Pygmalion and Dooley for $45? Because that's essentially what is happening. Like the first three
Yeah.
characters are like $15 each, but they are sold in a bundle.
Well, the good news is if you already own the game, you get the first four heroes, or well, if you've already been playing and created an account, you get the first
Yeah.
four heroes. So that's good news. The bad news is I think this is too much. Like, I mean, I understand. I saw Raynat on the his main Discord channel had said basically this was a financial decision. $45 is like the lowest price they could see like selling this for to make money, and then $20 for future heroes. So I understand that. But just like on a personal level, if I hadn't played this game before and I heard it was good from other people, I don't know if I would pay $45 for it to get in the door, right?
I
Especially
mean,
knowing I would have to pay 20
you paid
later.
$100 to get into the door.
Yeah, but come on, I've been following this game for like 7 years. I'm willing to but like that felt like a donation too. Like I want to help support the development, you know. You go
Yeah.
on Steam, you see the bazaar, it's $45, and you're like, "Oh, this seems interesting." And you start looking at it and you're like, "Oh, there's like 4 DLC heroes and they're all $20. Maybe I'll look at this again if it goes on sale, you know. I can go play Balatro or something, which I think this game is better than like Renee has been pretty big in saying that this game is the best game and people are going to pay to play it. But the
Yeah.
problem with that, and I do agree, it's like the best game like this on the market.
I mean,
It's
we
kind of a unique thing.
just
But
want to interject. Like that part is like the most arrogant thing that you can say. I'm not saying he's
yeah.
wrong, but that is pretty arrogant.
Yeah, and he's also assuming that gamers worldwide are going to agree with that sentiment. And um, you know, I just a lot of people are going to rather go and play a game that is getting free updates and is basically complete for a small portion of this price, right?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, to be fair, they are not like Riot, who have like infinite amounts of wealth to do whatever with it. So they have to count every penny. So like personally, I don't feel that strongly about this new pricing system, as in, like, yeah, $45 upfront is a rather steep price, and I, I also paid like about this. No, how much? I paid about $60, $66, something like this, for my tier 2, you know, founders pack, right? So to some degree, I also bought into the game for even more, right? And I didn't get all the well, I did get all the characters because we were given gems at the start, but like, the fact that the game was free to play meant that anybody could just, make an account, join the game, and, see if they like it. And then possibly there were options to spend money. The problem is there weren't that many options to spend money. Like, you want to catch whales, right? To fund your game, your free to play game. That's how it always works. And, they went whale hunting with this like small fishing net that's, I'm not even sure how to describe it, but like, imagine SpongeBob fishing for jellyfishes. You know what I'm talking about, right? So
Yeah,
they were Spongebob and Patrick just jumping around on the jelly fish fields, or whatever the name is of the place, and they were attempting to find whales there. And sorry, but that's not how that works. So yeah, understandably, that pricing didn't pan out, and subscriptions weren't numerous enough to fund the game. And now heroes will be sold as if they are actual like game pieces, like DLCs. I can understand that. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But then again, I still think that there should be at least like a trial version of the game. Like, you have access to the game for, let's say, a couple of hours, let's say 2-3 hours, some games do that. And you have access to some basic plan. Let's say you have access to Vanessa, or let's say you choose at the start Vanessa, Pygmalion, or Dooley, and you have like 2 or 3 hours to play that one hero to see if you like the game, or perhaps access to all 3 of them, and you get 1 game each. And then after that, you can decide whether you want to pay or not, because if before you even start playing, like, the only game exposure that you will have is either YouTube video or like Crip's stream, because like, who else is going to stream the game? And I don't know. I'm not sure if like watching the game is fun enough to, warrant a thought like, yeah, I like this, I'm going to spend $45 on it. Because like, I came to the conclusion that this game is not really watchable. Like, it plays fine, it plays really well. Like, I played it for almost a year every day, but like, watching it isn't as fun, because like, experiencing it and like discovering all the cool item interactions is the main part of the fun. And
yeah,
go ahead.
I agree. Like, I occasionally watch streamers, but it's mostly whenever I am just kind of waiting to play again. It's not like a type of game where, like, I don't know, like, some people watch like Fortnite or something and don't really even play it. It's not like that, in my opinion. But maybe there are a few people doing that. But
I mean, there are definitely some people doing it, because like, there are like views on those videos on YouTube, or like audience on stream. Like, it's not numerous, like insanely numerous, but like, there are those people, like, they exist. Yeah.
Man, I guess the thing I really want to bring up here is the death of the marketplace.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, just a couple of videos ago, maybe the last video, like very recently, we were talking about how we're excited we are. Maybe that's what's taking longer for the season. Well,
Yeah.
now it turns out it's the exact opposite. It's they're going to Steam and yeah, no, I mean they don't want to have any free to play features really anymore. That would generate revenue, which I guess I can appreciate that they're trying to go fully into the premium experience with it. But the problem is it's kind of crazy to do that um, for a free to play game that's been around for 6 to 8 months or whatever, and then a week before, hey, actually, all the kind of progression of this game, like the way the cosmetic works and everything, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. We're actually just gonna totally change up the way this game, like the experience surrounding the game, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a little wild. Like Overwatch went free to play with Overwatch 2, and that was like this big thing and this whole big new game. And I feel like that transition from paid to free to play
Yeah.
makes more sense than free to play to paid.
Yeah, but do you remember what was the main like thing why they wanted to do Overwatch 2?
Well, they were doing that the single player thing that never happened.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean we
Well, this
are
game's
in the very similar situations here. But yeah,
oh
essentially I mean we both were waiting for the marketplace to finally offload a millionth Bolas skin. And like we wanted the promise of having exclusive items and being an or having an early access to have those early rare skins or whatever to later on either have and flex with them by having them and then possibly even selling them for profit. That was something that we were excited about. Perhaps it never was actually sustainable in terms of like money and making money. Perhaps it never was. Like we were only customers, right? Like we are not really
yeah.
responsible for that. So, I mean, we were promised that, so we were expecting that. As simple as is.
I mean, we were
And
promised that since like 2018.
something like that,
Oh,
yeah.
me. Yeah. So it's yeah.
Yeah, and now, and it's not like, I mean, the worst part is about all of this, I think that every time they do a big change, they do it suddenly. Like, oh yeah, next week we are completely reworking the game. And like, yours, I don't know, like deer in the headlights. At least I was.
Yeah, no. And then it's like, yeah, we're total on Friday, like we're totally reworking the game, we're totally changing it. It's like my subscription just renewed,
Yeah,
and now you're telling me it basically is useless because the gems aren't for heroes anymore, and the cosmetics can't be traded anymore. So why do I want extra chests and gems necessarily? Like I don't care anymore about that. And you're even getting rid of the subscription, yet you still let everybody's renew. Like why not
yeah,
tell us this 2 weeks ago that subscriptions are going away at the minimum?
yeah. And I, so I don't want to be like, I don't want to point fingers like too much, but like if new seasons were usually like starting on like the 5th of the month, something like that, so the most of the subscriptions, like the renewal times were about like 5th, 6th, 7th, that type of time window, right? Like those days were probably Jesus, that was a strange sentence, but like you know what I mean. Like on those days, the most subscriptions were probably renewed, and they waited until the 8th, I think, to post that information. So like they either like have grossly like mismanaged that part of the whole situation, all that was a calculated move, and they wanted to wait until most of the subscriptions got renewed, and then they announced that, oh well, your subscriptions are getting like barely any worth this last month, like of the subscription existing.
That's the part I find the most like mind-boggling about it, because I can understand the changes that have been necessary to sustain the game, okay? Like I can understand going to premium and stuff, but I don't understand like throwing your hardcore fans any sort of bones. Like why not, if you're going to keep the subscription like that, why not leave Stell the last gem like here you can pay gems for or something? You know what I mean? Like they could have done a million things to just kind of help their older fans move into this new version of the game, and they did literally nothing. In fact, they did the opposite, like on every move. So
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that they are, scraping the bottom of the barrel, and they, their savings are probably, at the. Just, I'm sorry, I'm pretty tired, and I'm getting worked up about all of this, and I
yeah,
keep losing my words, but like, I'm pretty sure they're running low on money. So they had to make a drastic shift to something that could potentially give them money. And they decided, sure, let's, make a deal with the devil. Let's go to Steam, And sure, like, if that's what it takes, then that is what it takes. But going to Steam, like, was, or like, that, the fact that they had to go to Steam, or like simply going to Steam, means that they had to get rid of the marketplace, because they cannot have marketplace while on Steam. Because if they did have marketplace while on Steam, they would have to, somehow comply with Steam's policies. So to most easily comply with Steam policies, they would have to use simply Steam's marketplace. But then they would have to, give a cut to Gaben for every transaction. But if they were to use Steam's marketplace, then people playing the game through Temple Launcher wouldn't be able to interact with Steam's marketplace. So either you are excluding, your core fan base that was with you, from the beginning, or you're simply, removing that part of the game from everyone. So, and besides that, they would probably still lose money on the Steam marketplace, because they personally wouldn't gain money from like interpersonal trading between players, but they would have to pay Gaben because they would have it. So it's bad all around in general.
yeah, it's this whole situation is pretty crazy and pretty out of left field. I'm not shocked that there's more monetization changes, but I'm shocked that they're this big. You know,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, the problem is if that was if that announcement, was put forward, and they said that all of this is coming into an effect like a month from now, so you have time to get adjusted to it, and also perhaps the community would have some say on it, like perhaps you would come to some agreement, like Reynard would come out, let's say, and say that, yeah, this model is unsustainable, we need to change something, we are thinking about having heroes sold for $20 and that's it, because like we don't see anything else. And perhaps even from now on charging for the base 3 heroes as well, and it would suck, but at least he would be honest, right? And right now it's like still like smiling through gritted teeth and pretending everything's sunshine and daisies and whatnot, and like on one hand they are struggling, and on the other they are trying to I guess prove to us that we are wrong for wanting to have the experience that they promised.
Yeah, I feel like Raynad acted like uh you've been lobotomized multiple times when people said the game should be like a premium game initially. Like he acted like he was Jesus' second coming for making it free to play.
I
And
mean,
now it's not free to play. So
I like the idea of it being free to play, but I mean, I suppose that subscription plus cosmetics, uh, there was a way for it to work, but like they didn't even offer cosmetics. Like there
yeah.
was a rotating shop with like every week you would get one item that's a bit more premium that would go away after that week, and then every day you would have an item to either get or not, and there was like limited pool of copies of those items, and like you could get some hero skins, but also rugs, chests, and banks and card backs, right? And like cool, but like that was one item every day, and if you didn't want one particular item, so you didn't buy it, then it could come back some other day, so you didn't buy that item that day as well. Like why there
Yeah.
wasn't a wider selection of items, so like completionists could buy everything, and if someone wanted to buy something they would actually be offered that thing that they wanted to buy. Like, I'm not sure.
Then the other thing is like it sounds like every item that's ever existed is just going to be like something you can buy with gems now immediately, which is it's just crazy because so much of this game, like so much of the fun. I mean, the gameplay is really good. The core gameplay is really good, and you can
Yeah.
just play it for itself, and it's great. But it was about getting these chests and getting these rare items that you could sell later down the line, or like I paid $100, and part of the reason was I got like rare cosmetics, right, that are never to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if those are going to be available for gems, but I kind of assume, but who knows? I don't know. It's just wild. It's just wild to me that that's where we're at. So
Yeah, and the another thing that emerges from the fact that they are not going to make marketplace a thing is that those series numbers on items and duplicates in themselves are no longer like needed, or their existence is, I'm not even sure what I want to say, but like duplicates are going to be deleted. Like we can summarize it as such. And since they are going to be deleted, or well, dusted, so you are going to be compensated in gems, but there's no like what's it called, like table or whatever of like conversion rates. So you might as well be given like 5 gems per duplicate, and yeah, whatever. And then we spent a lot of times working for those items, and on the promise that those items will have some value, low or not, but have some value, at least inside the game. And now those items are going to be removed, like they never existed, and we're going to have some gems for in exchange. And like cool, like I already had enough gems to buy everything I wanted, so like what will I do with those gems, especially since you cannot even enter ranked with gems anymore, because ranked will become free, because like that's another thing that comes with the shift to premium. So like ranked tickets will also be converted to 100 gems each, and like many of us like longtime players will suddenly have like tens of thousands of gems and nothing to spend them on.
Yeah, because the cosmetics are so, I don't know, they're just so less cool now that everybody can just buy the same things. So I'm just not interested, you know? And then dude, there's just so much wrong with
Yeah.
the way they handled this whole thing. It's really disheartening. And I feel like I mentioned in comment on your video that like it feels like they're alienating the current player base and they don't really care because they're hoping to make it up in Steam, like new players on Steam. And because they're like they're not like attempting at all to like have any goodwill with the current player base. You know what I mean? Like they
But
could have easily. I mean, I know it might be tough, but they could have easily like allowed us to buy Stell or something. But instead, we're getting like gems that are now worthless for all of the stuff, all of our hard work.
I mean, goodwill, like for I think for some goodwill to be like built up by the company, they first need to respect their player base, and I don't really feel like perhaps like Tempo at large like respects their customers, but like Reynad does not respect us. Like let's
Yeah.
have no like illusions about that, or delusions. I'm not sure. Probably delusions. So yeah, I mean, yeah, he made a brilliant game, and I guess it made him feel more special, like the most special boy on planet Earth. And to be fair, like he as a streamer, he also was a bit like arrogant, over the top, sort of like he was popular, right? So that can sort of change how you perceive yourself. And sure, like his personality is how it is. Like I'm not trying to tell him how to live his life, but then again, like we are his customers, so like he sort of needs us, right? Even if he doesn't like us, he needs us. And like I don't mind being charged for the heroes if that means that all of the other sort of pains of the game are removed, like the price pass offering new items to players who pay more, which this okay, let's not get into this too much, but like that was one pain. The other was the ranked entry fee, which like didn't affect me, but I suppose some people were affected. Some people probably wanted to play more ranked than they had tickets, so I guess some people will benefit from that. And also the normal mode not offering chests, so people who only play normal are now going to be able to get rewards from that, get more skins. But we come full circle to the fact that now skins are no longer like something exclusive or something like to be prized. It's just like, oh yeah, you get a a skin for your thingy. Like at this point, for me, it's whatever, because each skin is worth the same as the other skin. It's not like the fact that I got like a diamond skin the season 1 is so that skin is going to be worth more or than the diamond skin from the most recent season. No, they are worth all the same. now. So like the fact that we started the game on the very day it launched to get the head start and to acquire that wealth, and that's with this idea at the back of our heads that we are supporting the studio that provided us with the product that we wished for. I don't know, like it died somewhere along the way.
I wonder how long they've been planning to move to Steam and do all this, because I feel like it was within like fairly recently they were still saying no Steam, like within the last couple months for sure.
I think it was this month, like this season. Like I suppose that's why they needed like 2 more weeks, because like they probably wanted to smoothly go like season 5 we're going to Steam, but then they had some hitches probably along the way, so they needed more time to smooth all their thing over and have it working on time. So they decided, okay, let's give us 2 more weeks, we can finish everything by then. And now we're here, and I don't know, it's hard for me to say what I will do in the future about this game. Like I'm not 100% sure even if I want to continue this channel. Like I mean, perhaps I will want to continue the channel, but I'm not sure if I want to focus on the bazaar solely.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat. Like I was looking so forward to sell, and now I haven't even played the game and since the announcement, because
Yeah.
it's like what I'm like it just feels like I don't know, like you're just kind of worried they're just gonna shake things up again and again, and then the game's gonna die or something, right? And I have a great time with it. Um and I feel like I do feel a bit disrespected by uh Raynad, I guess, or whoever's I don't know. It's just crazy. Like I don't really want to give my money to a studio that's doing that, and that's how a lot of like gamers feel. And that's what we were hoping would be different with Tempo being a gamer like led
Mm-hmm.
smaller studio, right? And I don't know. It's just sad, really.
Yeah. Like the game itself is still good because it hasn't changed, but like the the management of it all, and exactly what you said, like we have no guarantee that this is the final like say on the matter. Like in like a month's time they might decide that, you know what, we're still not sustainable, let's charge for something else, or like perhaps we're going back to paid battle pass or whatever, or like if you pay like 50% more you get like 1 week head start for a hero, which like whatever, like that might be dumb, but like other games do head starts for things and people pay for them. So like we have no guarantee if like that $20 for Stell is going to be the, or not only Stell, but like for a hero is going to be the only thing that we will have to pay for. And I was happy to give out like $10 each month for a subscription, because like I converted those $10 into chests, which then converted into gems and skins, which were supposed to have value. And now like I'm losing all of that, what I earned, and then, well, not all, but like I'm left with 1 copy of each. And then if like I'm not collecting those items to trade with them later on, then I have no desire to collect them.
Same. So that also kind of moves to this game is in a weird state between like multiplayer and single player like vibes, you
Yeah.
know, because like I feel no urgency to play the game at all when still releases now because who cares? Like all the stuff's going to be in the game in the same way, and I mean there'll probably be balance changes and stuff, of course, but why not just wait? You know, like I
Oh,
don't need to.
I'm not buying her. I can guarantee you
Oh, I'm
right
not
now,
either.
I'm not buying her. Maybe someday in the future when Tempo has sort of rebuilt the image to be more trustworthy. But like right now, I paid $10 for a subscription, and next day I'm told that, oh well, you're going to be getting more chests, but besides that, you essentially, put those $10 into your toilet and then, flushed it.
But you're gonna get double the amount of chests that don't matter anymore, so it's still
Damn,
worth
what a
it.
deal!
Yeah, and like if they would have said this all a month ago and gave us heads up, and like it would be different. I would be buying Stell for $20, you know, easily if they had kept it up. But now I have to. I mean, just from what I've heard around from like OGs, a lot of them are playing the either wait and see or quitting entirely. So
Mm,
and they stuck around during the whole fiasco with the monetization the first time. So
yeah, I'm not saying that I'm going to quit the game like for good, like I'm uninstalling
yeah.
today, but like
Mhm.
I'm definitely not like bothering about keeping up with the daily quests and like um, fully unlocking the battle pass. I'm just whenever I feel like playing the bazaar, I might do a game or two, but like
Same.
it's not the same game as I was hoping it was going to be.
Yeah. I feel like we should also mention the censorship stuff since that's
Yeah, okay, so before we do that, I actually have one more thing about like
okay.
what they are going to provide with the future like seasons. So we know that that the monetization is going to fall on heroes. So every 3 to 4 months we are going to get a new hero. Oh, well, we in giant quotation marks. Um but like yeah, heroes are going to be bought for $20. However, Reynard on Discord mentioned that they are going to lower the number of hero expansions, like those 10 card packs, and they are not going to put out like two of them each month. So they are going to focus on like making new heroes because they are monetizable, and hero expansions are no longer monetizable. So they are going to lower the number of them, which like I understand, like that makes sense, that follows, but I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but it's important to know about it.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I don't have strong feelings about that either necessarily, and it makes sense. You're gonna monetize, or you're gonna make more of the thing that people pay money for, and it's not that big a deal. Like to me, like if I was gonna pay for everything and keep playing daily, I wouldn't be too upset about that, I guess. But um, yeah, I don't know what to say about it.
No, I just wanted to bring it up. So yeah, about censorship.
Yeah, so
Apparently, Reynard joined the moderation team on subreddit, on our favorite subreddit, Play the Bazaar, and he started firing essentially.
yeah, well, and I saw a quote or something, or somebody mentioned it. I guess don't hold me to it for sure, but it sounds like he told the team to go balls to the walls with the censorship. It's like him personally saying, "Knock everybody out if they're saying anything." And it's like I was watching threads like on Reddit and stuff and discussions on Discord in real time that were totally normal, totally respectful, totally just, there were criticisms, but they were like normal criticisms that you would expect to see, and it was just gone. Like they were just knocking them out left and right because they
Yeah.
felt butthurt, I guess.
I don't know. Perhaps there are some guidelines from above that, if you mention a keyword, you are, you're getting axed. You are taken behind the shed.
And a bunch of these people are longtime big fans. Like I've been seeing a bunch of the OGs who've been in the Discord helping people out and stuff, getting banned for fairly mundane comments. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There is another subreddit, The Bazaar, that
Yeah.
isn't moderated by them. I mean, it's a little bit hater filled right now because everybody gets banned and then moves here, but it's worth looking at because if you looked at the normal subreddit and stuff, you would think that the opinions of the average player are fairly warm, and they definitely aren't. It's definitely very mixed, at least.
Hmm.
Probably mostly negative, more negative than positive, just from what I've seen. But
Yeah. I mean, mm, I would suppose that most of the people who are, outspoken about all of this are not going to be affected by this 45, paywall, $45 paywall. So like they probably mostly talking about the heroes being sold for $20. But like they are also, I think, passionate as we are about keeping the game alive and having the best version of it. And I don't know, I guess people, and probably me included, don't believe that $45 on Steam is going to be recipe for the success. For success.
yeah, and he doesn't instill confidence in you from tempo that tempo knows either, considering how this feels. Like it feels like they U-turned suddenly because they had to, and not like this long thought out perfect decision. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I'm just so confused, I guess, about everything. Like I feel like there's so many other directions that could have been gone too, and they just weren't. But we'll see. Maybe maybe this is the right move. Maybe the game will sell bazillion copies, and
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that we can say for sure is going to be a good thing in terms of like moving to Steam is that we are going to, follow the rise or fall of the game on SteamDB. Like all of the data will be there. So we will know how many of the copies of the game were bought on Steam, how many concurrents are there, and all of that.
oh, that's very true. We're gonna be able to tell really quick if this is remotely successful.
Yeah. So I guess like it's already like 44 minutes of recording,
Yeah.
but I still have one thing to discuss with you, and I wanted to do this like during the show, so like people
Okay.
can be in on it. And that is like, do we want to continue with the show?
I've been thinking about that, and like I really like doing this, and it's so fun. But also, like, if we're not following the game closely, I don't know. Maybe we should just leave it open ended and do it occasionally. But like, we're not buying Stell. What are we going to talk about? You know?
And yeah, and also, this show, even though it doesn't bring that many views, like we all appreciate you being here, and
Yeah.
talking, listening to us talk. But like, this is some form of promoting the game, even if it's like marginally successful. But still, we are, by doing this, we are showing our appreciation for the game, and trying to somehow bring people in either to the game or make their understanding of the game richer. And I'm not sure if I am right now like feeling like I want to help out Reynard even in my small capacity. Like I feel like I want to first see how he deals with this thing himself, and then
Mhm.
if I feel like the changes that he proposed are actually sound and like the game is thriving and I like what I see, then perhaps I would be willing to, renew the Under the Surface. But for now, I, I I'm not even sure how to put it, but I'm torn, inside, because like I also enjoy like having this weekly talk with you and talking about various topics and doing some research on things or not do that at all and go wild. But like I don't want to come out as a shill, that I'm going to gobble up anything that Reynard puts out, and just what I mean.
Yeah. He's personally been like made like kind of a nasty comment on one of our videos too, which is crazy. I guess it
Yeah,
wasn't nasty, but it was a little bit tilted.
I mean, yeah, I understand that he might have felt like he was personally attacked because like Bazaar is his baby. So
Yeah.
I've been on the in that position myself during my life, so I sort of understand why he was sort of standoffish. But like I don't know, the fact that we made like 80 episodes of this thing, I think was sort of like a tip or like a hint that we like the game.
No, no, and in the whole discussion where he was upset too, you're kind of like the all the problems he had with what you were saying are kind of like addressed, like you said, like, hey, we're not like I just like talking about this. Like I'm not blaming the people if they're great.
Yeah.
But anyways, he I feel like that sort of behavior is sort of indicative of where we are now. You know what I mean with the censorship and stuff? It's very that's just not how you treat your game community. You know what I mean? You're not gonna like everything the gamers say. I mean, a lot of gamers are like barely know how to bathe, so I get it. But they love what you're doing. That's why we're all passionate. Like we love this game. We want the best version of this game. We spend hours every week making this talk show.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, it's just crazy. But maybe yeah, I'm sure we'll be back. Well, I'm not sure, but maybe we'll be back whenever things are different.
I mean, okay, this is sort of unrelated, but like we still could do something together, like not necessarily the Bazaar Under the Surface show and all that, but like it would be cool to like have something to do
Yeah.
together. So perhaps we'll come up with something else, not necessarily related to the Bazaar.
I was kind of thinking that too. I just wasn't sure what, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but so we are in an agreement that Under the Surface is being put on hold.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so to all of our, fans, the Thumper, our first fan, we're really sorry, but you know, this is hard for us too because we were following this game for a long time. Like some people weren't even, over age. And okay, I think I wanted to go somewhere with this sentence and I fumbled it, but like essentially we were following this, we were following this game for so long that I personally managed to finish my studies, go to work, and then stop working and be unemployed for 2 years. And then, well, not really unemployed, but like I'm a personal teacher, but like I'm not like on a personal teacher. Uh, yeah, I give English lessons, which might sound might sound unbelievable, but I do. Um, yeah, yeah. So a lot has happened, and now we're here. And some people started playing the game like a month ago, 2 weeks ago, or perhaps even 3 months ago, whatever. Like, if the game, sort of dies, they, had a brief like romance with the game, and they can move on to something else. But we literally spent years of our lives wanting this game, like waiting for this game, and then it happened, and we wasted, I don't know how many, like I probably have like 600 hours in the game, and now what, we are supposed to drop it because like the person, what's it called, like managing the game, that manages the game, is flip-flopping between different monetization options because he cannot figure out what works and what doesn't. Like,
Yeah, it's like a messy breakup after a long term relationship or something. It's like
yeah,
I went to go play it. Like when I got up this like a lot of mornings, like when I get up, I'm like, I've got to go ahead and play my game for the day or whatever. And I was like, got to my computer and I was like, I don't want to play that. I didn't know what to do. I was just like staring at the screen. So I don't know. It's just like a little part of my life's gone. But we maybe we'll be back. I'll still be playing
yeah,
occasionally.
yeah, yeah. Casually, surely, because like the game is still good, but like the management leaves something to be desired.
Yeah, I guess if people who are watching this, let us know how what your plan is with the game. I'm just curious because so many of these things are so moderated, and some of the places I see are just OGs. So I'm just curious if people plan to stay with the game and pay the money, or are they going to wait, or are you done? Are you just done?
Yeah,
You know?
I bet many people are simply done, like they are not having it, like. But I don't know. I guess we have some form of Stockholm syndrome at this point, and I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting for the game to be good once again. But well, it's not like it's not good, but like I finally want to have a stable footing in the game.
Yeah. The frustrating thing is the game is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the perfect game is just surrounded by a lot of stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
This is probably a goodbye of sorts. Like we might see each other on a video or two, or maybe a stream on a playing another game. But like the Bazaar chapter, which was like, it was fun. Like it was really fun year. You know,
yeah.
like I mean, we made friends. Like each other, which without this game we never would have met because we're literally living on opposite sides of the earth. But maybe not literally, but like close to it. So
Basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It's weird
it is.
that
I,
it's
I,
over.
s- I sort of don't want to end this episode because it will mean it's over.
We can always come back even if we're hating on the game. Like the game dies or something, like a so long bizarre episode or something.
Yeah, yeah, but this is it. Yeah, I guess, at least for now, final episode of Under the Surface. this one is going to be extremely long. I think we will post the same thing on both our channels, right? This
Yeah,
whole
we could, or
conversation.
Okay, yeah, we can. I wasn't sure if we were gonna split it or what, but
I think,
well, we can figure that out.
yeah, we'll do that later. So, yeah, I guess thanks for watching. You may leave a like, you may subscribe, you may leave a comment, and we'll see. We'll see when we'll see you. Thank you for watching, and bye.
See ya.